See if we can go live. Don't know if anybody's going to jump in, but if not, I am just driving to Cincinnati. Wow, that car's pink. So this is 65 northbound. And it is a nice day. It wasn't a few hours back when I left Tennessee, Brownsville, Tennessee. It was like awful weather. But now it's blue sky, stuff like that. But there was a massive thunderstorm come through there last night, which reading the news this morning was what came up from Texas. Texas got hit hard. And I got loaded late yesterday. That's why I stayed where I did last night, which was just down the road at this Walmart. But I think the thunderstorm went on about 3 or 4 hours during the night, and I could hear it pouring down with rain and stuff like that. And I thought, there's no way I'm even going to attempt to drive in this. So I thought, no, I'm having a lie in. So I was there yesterday about 4 o'clock. I didn't leave till like 9 o'clock this morning. So, and where I'm stopping now is Cincinnati. I'm either gonna stop at Cincinnati or just before, because I do want to watch. There's a boxing match on that. There's the British community. There's a gentleman there called Mr. Torbs. Now he's gonna do where you can join his live tonight and watch it. So, and I don't have to be here to the customer until Monday morning with this load. So this is a simple one for me. It's just a matter of I don't know, I'm knocking out just about 450 miles today, and tomorrow is about the same. So it's simple. But like I said, I'll either stop at Cincinnati or there's a truck stop I stop at. Just a little local one before. Wow, now I said about sleeping, now I'm yawning, which is weird because I've had a ton of sleep. But I like these sort of runs where you ain't got to go crazy or anything. You just take it easy, and like everybody else is overtaking me because I'm taking it that easy. Pool and a spa, that's what I would like. I would like one of those actually, a jacuzzi or something like that. They are fun. Just sitting there, relaxing. Still no update on my passport yet, which needs to be updated, but no news is good news, as they say. And it's been about 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm just waiting for the confirmation that's sent. Then I can start looking for dates to go back to England for a couple of weeks, which would be going to be fantastic. I know it is. Seeing family, friends, stuff like that. Look forward to opportunity since, well, no, when I say I've not had that opportunity, yes, I had that opportunity, but the situation was awkward. So, but now I do what I want, so I don't have to answer to anything. Hurry up, mate. Swift truck is just sitting here in the overtaking lane. That's annoying. Now he's just staring at me. So I just smiled. Yeah, you're in the wrong lane. Now he's got other trucks that he's holding up now, so they're going to get funny with him. It was flipping hot last night. My God. It's the humidity here. In all the years I've been here, that's just one thing I still can't acclimatize to, is the humidity, because of all those donkey's years in England, So trying to set there last night, it was like, ugh. And then with that thunderstorm, I swear to God, that thunderstorm must have been 3 or 4 hours. It just kept waking me up. Go out of bed, and suddenly there's big thunderbolts going off. And then the rain was hitting the truck so hard, it was waking me up, But, I like watching. I do like watching the lightning storms. It's pretty amazing to watch stuff like that. And the sunrises and the sunsets here. I think I said that yesterday on whose live was I on? I think I was on Jamie's live last night. And yeah, somebody pointed out, they could see the sunset in front of me. God, I've got so many pictures of sunrise and sunsets here because I just think they look absolutely brilliant. Just the colors, the shapes, the everything, Simple things that make me happy, So, I'm not a complicated person. I like simple things like that, But yeah, I perhaps have to put them on my community page, and you'll see them. They're just phenomenal colors and stuff. Especially like I always find Virginia and Wisconsin have especially Virginia. Virginia absolutely does have some absolutely fantastic sunrises and sunsets, and the bluest of skies. When there's no clouds about, unfortunately, there's clouds today, but it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so it's roughly 25 degrees at the moment, 26 degrees. But if you didn't have that cloud, you would see the bluest of blue skies. I think maybe I just need to be a weather forecaster or something and just do that, but no, Mammoth Caves, if you want to go and see a mammoth. This is Kentucky. So I came out of Tennessee through Nashville, cut into Kentucky here. And then, like I say, I'll get to Cincinnati because I'm only 200 miles away from Cincinnati to where I was going to stop. Or like I say, I might stop about 30 miles before that. It just depends. Oh, I want to stop. I've got a committee, which is fine because I think if I shut down by 5 o'clock, I'm not going to move until 9 o'clock the next morning. So I'll be there for like 19 hours. I was driving along here literally about an hour ago on on JJ's live, and suddenly I heard everything just come off. I got two beds in here. Now the top bunk I keep like clothes and stuff like that on there, and suddenly I heard a bang. Everything just fell off the top bunk on the floor. That's why I had to stop and really grab everything. I need to clean things out, so I've got to do some clearing up later on. Got my little Hoover on charge. So while I'm cooking, I'll just hoover around, sort me bed stuff out. Yep, there's some more stuff moved. Problem is, it's like in here, when you get like these heavy loads like this one, you get pulled and pushed and thrown about when you go through certain states because the roads are absolutely abysmal. And it will start throwing your top bunk stuff around. What I need to, and I'm getting hit by these bugs. You would not believe my windscreens look like they've been paintballed. There's some big bugs come out and they're exploding on my windscreen. It's disgusting. So I've got to scrub those suckers off. I like Kentucky. I like the greenery about Kentucky. I do like this sort of stuff, but I'm not sure if I'd want to live there. I still think I'm going to stay in Georgia. I was just toying with the idea the other day, though, of like, do you get yourself a house? Because the whole reason was it was to get a house, buy a house, get it bought and paid off over a 4-year period, then slow the heck down and just do whatever I want to do, I won't have to, there'll be nothing to pay for and stuff like that because everything would have been paid off. And ideally, I could run for Schneider and just keep busy for 7-10 days a month, and then just the rest of the time just do what I wanted. But then I thought to myself, do I get like a big you could literally, once you come back, you could just jump in it and then just go. You know, if you want to go for a break somewhere, whatever, you take everything with you. You know. So now I started watching a lot of RV things because I want to know the pros and cons of this thing. Of how much it is generally what to run it, like sites, things like that. Or do you just do the normal thing and just buy a house? And like I said, if you want to go somewhere, just go and book a hotel or whatever, you know? I know they got lots of hotels like Jackal Island, which is my favorite place. But I would like the idea of, like I say, getting something so you could go out and see the sites of like Nevada and places out like that way. I mean, I've been to Wyoming and the Dakotas, Oregon. I've not been to Washington State yet. I've not been to Nevada. I've not been to Cali. What other states? There isn't many states I've not been to. In all the years doing this, I've been to a lot of the states, you know. But I do like, yeah, there's a big Tyrannosaurus Rex. I don't know what the lizard thing is on the left. I don't know if you can pick up on it. They're like some lizard heads. But if you look further up to the left, there's a big Tyrannosaurus Rex. You have to keep looking and you'll see it. There, Dinosaur World. Wow, there's a lot of caravans there. I don't know, might have to go in there one day. I keep passing it and I just sort of keep looking. I didn't realize you could see again, you could take an RV there, or a caravan, as I would call it. I just want to see a lot more of this country because I see a lot of this country at speed. I don't generally stop too much. This year, I mean, last year was a bit different. I managed to stop and then leave my truck in New Jersey and then just take a train over into New York City and meet up with my cousin, which I'd never been into New York City. You know, I've always been past it and thought, okay, that's New York, but I would like to travel this country a lot more because, you know, age is on my side, I think. I know I'm not a spring chicken, but age is on my side, you know. You're as old as you feel, and it's I don't know. I just want to do as much as I can because you know, you just never know what's around the corner. You get one shot at everything, and you really got to make it count, you know. In my eyes, I'm not saying anybody else. You know, you think about life the way you want to, but in my eyes, I believe we get one shot at life, and you got to make it count. So I just want to do a lot more, and just ultimately just be happy. You know, isn't that what everybody just wants? Just to be happy. I mean, I'm not a materialistic person. My day is very simple. You know, my ideal place is just being sat on a beach. You know, I love stuff like that. You know, but big up anybody in the chat and chat amongst yourselves, but don't be rude, and especially blokes, don't be rude to the ladies because they'll kick you. So, but I'm hurrying up. I've got to hurry up and stop because I need to get ready for that fight tonight. That Tyson versus the other guy. And it's Torbs is the channel that I'm going to be watching on is Taking Our Money Back, which Mr. Torbs has got like taking our rights back, but he also has a channel called Taking Our Money Back. Now he's going to be doing it on that, so you'll be able to jump in the back chat and you'll be able to watch the fight. So that's why I'm having a short day. I mean, it's an easy day. Like I say, I ain't got to run anyway, but sit there, wave the flag for Tyson. Not Mike Tyson, but Tyson Fury. Big up England. So I should have I think that fight, JJ was saying earlier on, it was like 10:30 British time. Now, depending on what time, if you're in America here, you know, work out your time zone, and that's when the old fight will be on. But I'm going to be in. Where am I going to be in? I'll be in Eastern, so I'll be 5 hours behind. So 5:30. Oh bloody hell! 5:30. That's what. Okay, I might not be stopping at that place. I might be stopping before that. So, my GPS where I was going to stop in Cincinnati says I'll be there at 5:30. I don't want to be rushing around. I want to be sat down, knocking out my tea. Okay, so I might be stopping before that. I got a special. I got a special. I like using the little truck stops because I'd rather give money to the people that make the world go round as a small guy rather than spending money at some chain that is greedy and makes too much money. However you want to put it. I'm not being like I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm just saying. But for the littler person, then let's say that littler person. I'm always for that because that's the person that wants to get on, you know. That's a good truck. That truck stop loves. That's a family-owned truck stop, and they're huge. They're one of the last ones, but I mean, I don't mind going into those loves, but the one I'm going to is like dead opposite the Kentucky Speedway, they call it. It's just a little mum and pop shop, as they call them here. And you can park there for free, but I always feel that if I'm parking there for free, I feel obligated to buy something, you know, just because fair's fair, you know, it goes both ways. So I always go in there and spend some money in there and whatever, you know. I'm not going to be a Timothy tight ass and just abuse the system, you know. My computer's playing up today. I don't know why. Keeps doing strange things. Because I'm not a techno person. I'm really not. I got the iPad the other day. I got an iPad the other day because my brother in England, I said to him that, which I didn't realize there's like 4 or 5 different flipping iPads. Who knew? My brother Steve in England, I said to him, can you have a look through that? Because he's a techie kid. When I say kid, no, he's not. You know, he's not a kid, but he's. You know what I'm saying? He's my other younger brother. But yeah, and he worked out I needed the iPad Air 5th gen thing. So, okay, so I got that, and first I put on, I've got Netflix because I started watching a lot more Netflix now because the problem is I'm about building people up. I'm not about knocking them down. So some of the channels that I've been watching, they just get really stupid. And I tend to find now that I sort of like, I don't want to watch crap like that. I don't want to listen like that because I just don't. So now I've started watching Netflix, and it just sort of, you know, it's not shutting yourself more off to the world. But like I say, I just don't want to listen to people getting attacked and slander and all that junk. So that's why I've got it reduced down even more of who I follow. And then I started watching Netflix. Now I watched a bloody good film the other day called Gentleman. It was by Guy Ritchie again, who did like Snatch and Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels. It was the same sort of thing. Who did he have in it? What's that? McConaughey, that American gentleman. He was in it. I think that was the only regular face I knew, but McConaughey's like, it was like a gangster type thing. The guy that was like his oppo, I don't know who that actor was, but he's bloody brilliant. I've actually watched that film like 3 times now. I know it's sad. I know you're thinking you sad sod. Yep, but I tell you, I absolutely recommend watching that film because it's bloody funny. Oh, and bloody, what's his name was in it? Um, Hugh Grant. But when I saw him and the way he's talking, you don't. I thought you look like Hugh Grant, but he talks nothing like he normally does. You know, he had to change his like almost sound like a Londoner or whatever. And it's just a good film. I highly recommend anybody to watch Gentleman. It's just a good film. And I know I'm gonna watch. I'll probably watch it again like tomorrow or something. I watch it when I'm just sat there in bed or something like that. And the thing is, I didn't realize that I mean, they might all be, but this iPad, it's got like a magnetic feet, so it's great. You can stick it on metal, you know, which is great because then you could just don't have to hold on to it. So I put it on different things, it just sits there, which is great. And it's like if I am on YouTube now, it's funny as well because I always used to use this just my phone, which is what you're looking through. Um, and if you're on some, you're trying to answer words. But now I've got the iPad. Now I can read it and everything. I don't need to. Not while I'm driving. Obviously, I can't use it while I'm driving. But when I'm sat, like I was sat on Jamie's last night, you can put the phone in the windscreen, and then you can use the iPad to talk and do whatever. And I know everybody's probably thinking, "Duh." Well, like I said, I'm not into technology, so stuff like that is like amazing to me because I got used to it now. So I say simple things like, keep me happy, amuse me. I'm not materialistic like that. So I'm probably going to, I'm thinking about 150 miles in. I'm probably only going to do about 150. 150. That'll work. Yep. That's an easy day tomorrow. And I'll just park up the customer tomorrow. Whoa, get over you, Wally. Yeah, I think that guy was trying to come in my truck then. I don't want to get hit by another truck. The first time wasn't amusing, so I don't want to, now I know what to expect, so I don't want to be hit by another truck. Changed this up here as well a bit now. There's some huge building being built up. Yeah, it gets funny along here. They're just like, I don't know, we can seem to do so much technology in this world, but yet we can't make the flipping internet work properly. In an area like this, I mean, it's not as if I'm in mountains and stuff. That bit I get, but here, it's not really mountainous, you know? It's just trees. God, my windscreen has got so many of those bug explosions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of them. And they're still hitting my windscreen. So I'm going to have to scrub those suckers off. I don't think so, but I checked the weather forecast for where I'm stopping, and I checked the weather forecast for where I finish at. It's supposed to be nice and sunny and stuff, so whatever that storm was has depleted itself that came up from Texas. But prayers to all those people in Texas. I know there's about 7 or 8 people dead, and plus lots of flooding, lots of damage. I know our it's weird because our OC that I was at the other day in Houston, Texas, that's knocked out, and the other one I was at after that in Reserve, Louisiana, is knocked out. So it must have been a really broad storm because what are they doing? Well, that's Amish guys. They obviously forgot to connect the horse to the cart because they're pulling the cart. Something out of like Monty Python. Oy, oy, oy. I didn't think it was. No, I suppose it probably is because it is a horsey state. I always sort of like assume like Ohio and Pennsylvania are Amish areas. That's normally where I come across them, like going along on the cart and stuff, you know. And you try to give them as much room as possible because that must be hairy as heck being in one of those little Amish carts with like two adults and and the kids and a small little horse like pulling it along, and yet they've got like that little emergency lane on the right, like you can see here. They have to use the horse and cart in there, and yet you've got cars and trucks and stuff coming on past them, which must freak the flipping horse out, even though they've got blinkers on and they can't generally see you until you're right up in front of them. But you know, it's got to be a bit tricky. I don't know if JJ, if you're in here, but no, you were going out with Tyson. But no, JJ was having fun in games. He bought a soundboard thing, so he was losing his mind just pressing all the buttons like a kid on Christmas Day, you know. That's funny. There's one of those Airstreams on the left. It's like aluminium. It's an aluminium caravan, but I mean, trying to keep those things shiny like that is hard work. There's another one on the other side. They make them in lots of different sizes, but some get really big. That's the only BMW I like, is the BMW one. I just think that if you get the coupe, not the soft top, the coupe one, it just looks like a solid little car. But the rest of the Beamers, I don't much care for. But who knew? Winner, winner, chicken dinner, Cracker Barrel. Anybody coming to America, you need to go to a Cracker Barrel. They do like it's just an oldie world knick-knack type shop restaurant thing. All old furniture and stuff like that. I like going to them. I've not been to one for ages, but I do like going there. Sod it. That's what I'm going to do, because at the end of this month, I'm going to be off for 2 or 3 days because I'm putting the truck in to have an ABS thing done, 2 rear tires, which I've got like 250,000 miles out of those 2 tires, so I don't begrudge them. I'm having brakes replaced because they're starting to get lowish, and I don't mess around with brakes and tires because that keeps me alive, so I don't mess with them. I think that's it. Then in theory, there's nothing to do for this truck for the rest of the year. So, but while it's down, I'm going to like allow 2 or 3. Oh, kingpins. Yeah, so I'm going to say 2 or 3 days it'll be down. So I'm going to be out and about for 2 or 3 days. Do some stuff. I'm going to do actually. Got to get the car washed. That's been sat a lot, so it's been sat at work. And you get all the leaves, the sap and everything coming off a tree. So I need to make sure that's spotless before I go back out again, because then I'll put her under a cover and everything. So keeps it clean. I got to see my accountant. And I think, yes, I'm going to go to a Cracker Barrel. I need to write down a list of things I want to do over 3 days. Got to grab a hotel, which I'll probably stay where I did last time, because that's I like that one. I don't want all the. Last time I was there, though, they were having like a refurbishment, so they've done me like a special deal on like 2 double beds and sofa, and it's just me, just me and the TV. That hotel were like rocks, give you like neck ache and everything. I am not into that, so I might grab me some pillows. But I need to get some plastic trays and stuff like that to go on these top bunks, and I want to put like a board in front to stop anything moving forward. And I've got to start rearranging this truck around a bit different, but roll on Christmas. So I would have got my passport sorted, because obviously got to sort out the citizenship. Would have been to England for a couple of weeks. Yeah, then I start saving up for next year for well, whichever way it goes. I'm gonna have my own place next year. And then run, get it done, get it set on that back garden if it's a house, and I could just take it easy. The world go past, you know. Lincoln don't have. Oh, for goodness sake! Not even going to read that out. That's ridiculous. Using a presidential, like his president from history, to make some silly remark. Sorry. I don't like coming past it. I start feeling guilty, because this seems to be where all these cattle haulers meet up and pick all these cows up and stuff. God, I wish I was a vegetarian, but I just I don't know. I'm a hypocritical meat eater, I just don't like to see it. That's why I don't go like hunting or anything like that. It's just not my scene. God, those bugs are hitting this. You can't hear. I don't think you can hear these bugs, but when they hit, they sounds like somebody's like hit like with a hard ball or something. But they're really going for it. And yes, I had to burst Vincent's joke earlier on. What's the last thing that goes to their mind? Yes. Once you get to our age, yeah, we all know it's their arse is the last thing. It's childish, I know, but who cares? I can't believe everything fell off my bloody top bunk. 349 diesel there. It's not bad, but where I'm going to stop, I got enough fuel to get to where I want to get tomorrow to fill up. And that'll get me up. Well, then I'll take the road because it's so flippin' expensive. Sorry. Did I have a drink? Nope. Bugger. Might have to stop in a minute. Where can I stop safely along here? I think there's another truck stop up here. I just need to get onto off the road here. I can grab myself a bloody cold drink. I had like a, that'll work. I don't need to get a drink now. It's dope. You just remembered I've got some bloody acid tablets because this cake is just giving me indigestion. Must be the pastry or something like that. So if I take one of these, I'll drop good. Is it 1 or 2? Okay. What is? So I'll have one of those actually. And a chewable. That like, okay, what's in the road? A lot of tires blowing up in this. Recap tires. Wow, that's 2 tires. Flipping heck. What happens is a lot of these truck companies, this one included, on their equipment they put recap tires, as they call them here. We when they're cheap, that's why they buy them. But once they get really hot, like on a hot road, and you're hauling down the road and whatever, the glue starts to get soft, and then the recap takes away from the tire. I did that to when I was going to Memphis, not yesterday, but the day before. I was going down 55 and I'm going past this truck that was on my right, and I'm just sort of creeping past him because he kept accelerating even though I'm trying to get past him. He still kept accelerating, but anyway. And I heard a bang, and it sounded like it was over on the right hand side of my truck. I thought, don't tell me one of these tires is just blowing on. I couldn't stop safely because it was in the construction site, pouring down with rain and everything. But I get Wally, I get to the truck stop to top up with fuel. I walk around the truck and there was nothing wrong with my tires or even these trailer tires, but it must have been the truck next to me. One of their tires just exploded. Because I thought this is going to be a pain because I was up against it time-wise, but lucky enough it wasn't my tire. Now on my pre-trips and stuff, I'm always inspecting my tires for anything or everything. Make sure they're obviously fully inflated. They ain't got nails in, they ain't got rocks stuck in it, they ain't got cracks in them. Because like I said, I don't mess with brakes or tires. Because that saves me. Let me get right over. You're back. I was just saying about like when I had a super single tire let go, which is like literally 2 tires. It's 2 tires wide, but it's just one single tire. Now, if you're a truck driver over here, you'd know what I'm saying. If you're in England, it's literally a massive, looks like a drag tire, but on a truck. Instead of having 2 wheels, you got 1 wheel and 1 massive tire. But when those things go off, good Lord. The trailer I had, it basically like exploded and it took the rear arch off the trailer and everything. I couldn't even find the arch. Never even saw that. But I mean, there's such a force when those tires let go. It's like boom. But at least, like when I bought this truck, that was one thing I didn't want. I didn't want super singles, and I didn't want an automatic gearbox. I wanted normal gears. And this is a 10-speed, 10 forwards, 2 reverses. But I can make it do what it wants to do. But yeah, when those tires let go, it's crazy. So every now and then you'll start seeing like that, tires in the road and stuff like that, because there's just super singles letting go in the heat. Because it is like, you know, like now you wouldn't believe it, but it's, yeah, it's 26 degrees outside, which is relatively hot, you know. It's not as hot as it does get here, but it's starting to wind up, you know. I just hope it's not hot tonight. because I don't like sleeping in that. You can try and make yourself as comfortable as possible, but it's still, running the air conditioning and doing anything else you can to cool off, I don't leave the windows open because you just don't know what on earth's going to come crawling through that window. So that's it. Once I go to bed, my windows are closed, the bloody doors are locked, the curtains are closed. I don't want nobody jumping in or whatever, Way station's open. It's not normally open. One thing I've learned over the years is like there's a lot of states don't open their way stations on weekends. I don't know if they think that nobody commits a crime on a weekend or overload. You know what I mean? It just seems daft to me. Abraham Lincoln's birthplace. Okay. Big up Abraham Lincoln. I like all that stuff. I think once you walk around and you see, I mean, I know that obviously in other countries they've got all that historical stuff, but England, it's just that it's like when you go out, like where my mum lives. She's hold on, let me just see where this truck's going because I can't move because of this flipping truck. Are you kidding me? Yeah, big up drivers, tossers. Cool, blimey. That's what you got to put up with. It really annoys me. Where am I supposed to go when you got two trucks just that don't want to give? And I'm not in the wrong. But no, bad on those drivers because if you're like the Amazon driver on the left, he could see that I can't go anywhere. Now, it would be decent if that person, that driver, bloke or lady, whoever, would just move over one and let me out so I don't crash into the truck that was coming up on my right. But no, he's just got to just count to 5, take a deep breath, and just move on. It's just that simple. Don't need to be hit by a truck. So how far have we got? I've got about 2 hours, then I'm going to stop. 2 hours, which should be 5 o'clock. That'll give me half an hour to throw my dinner on. My tea, rather. What am I having for my... Oh, no, man. I'm having bloody... I'm having steak and mashed potato again tonight. I'll do, I'll cook stuff like that. If I've got a lot of time, I'll cook stuff. If I haven't got a lot of time, I'll just throw stuff in a crock pot. So when I stop, I've got something to eat, and then I can just take it easy, because it's been cooking all the time. So I bought some more stuff yesterday, so I've got a bit of a choice of the same on Monday. Monday, I've got to drop this one off, go back to Pennsylvania, drop this empty off, pick up a preload, and then go out to Michigan. Then where am I going? Oh, then I'm going back to Ohio, then up to Wisconsin again. I might start going back south again. No, I better check the weather actually first before I go back south, because I seem to be dodging bullets here. I think I'm booked up till next Thursday, I think. 22nd, 23rd. But obviously I need to be back in Atlanta for 28th. Take 3 days off and then run for 4 days after. But I do need a break because I'm getting tired. Uh, apart from those, like I said, apart from those 2 nights at that hotel this year, I think I've run every day this year. So I haven't stopped for about 5 months because I have no reason to. But I think it's taken its toll on me. Because sometimes you're sort of like yawning and going, or you feel a little bit drowsy, you automatically stop. Because I'm not messing with that. And I'll, like yesterday, I think I did, because I got messed about at that shipper, I thought I cannot be bothered to go driving distances. So I think I drove yesterday for like 1 hour from Memphis to Brownsville. And then today, I could have gone a lot further than I'm going to do, but I'm not interested. I'm just going to do about a 7-hour drive time today. Then I'll stop for my 10, which will probably be like 15 or 16 hours I'll break, because it was so good having a line this morning. Even with that thunder and lightning storm going off last night, I just didn't get moved. I didn't get out of bed, I think, till 8 o'clock this morning, 8:30, which is like massive for me. And then I'll do the same tomorrow. If I stop in 2 hours time, which will be 5 o'clock my time, and I probably won't, like I say, get back on the road tomorrow until about 9 o'clock my time. So 19 hours I'll be shut down for. So I am getting rest back, but I still want a few days off. I just want to be able to get out and just not have to worry about hurtling down the motorway, interstate, whichever way you want to slice it. Get the cane around in the car, which I love that car. I love it. It wasn't the car I was going to get, but it was the car I ended up. I thought, sod it, I'm having this. This road's bumpy. But no, I enjoy driving the car. It seems funny because, like, when you get in it, I can go in the left-hand lane where obviously you can't in a truck, and it's like you don't have to worry about clocks and things. It gets funny. It gets odd to me to suddenly driving a car, you know, because it's just very different to me. But it's just all a part of, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go into it because that's my private life. If you know about it, then just because you know about it. But if you knew what I had achieved since September 2022 and where I'm going to, then you would understand what type of person I am and what I'm doing, you know. Because it goes back to, again, you get one shot at life, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm going to make sure that this time round I'm doing it my way, you know. And because I'm on my own, it's very simple. I don't have to, you know, you're not running ideas past somebody or whatever. You're just, you know, I have all my little things I write down, targets and stuff like that I need to do this, to do that, and stuff like that. And you'd be shocked what I've achieved, especially this year. I even scare myself, so I'm happy doing what I'm doing. And I know in this environment here, I don't know what it's like in England, but I'm sure it must be the same as it is here. This country's slowing down, and I'm seeing so many more drivers talk about it on lives over here, putting videos out about it. I know they don't speak for all of us, but it's the van drivers, like you see on the left, those two trucks. That's what we class as van drivers here in America. I know a van driver in England is the little things, but no, these big trucks, they'll take a lot of stuff that you don't need, And when push comes to shove and you've got to watch your pennies, those guys get hit hardest. Whereas we on tankers of this thing, we just don't really get affected because it's all essential stuff. It's all used an essential product, stuff like that, you know. But I still think I've got about I've got about 4.5 years, 5 years, and then I'm done with this going all over the country lark, because I should, and there's no reason why I won't be. I'll be where I need to be in life, you know. And then, like I said, the option is, yeah, either stay with Schneider and just do 7 to 10 days of work a month, or just get a little local job. I mean, I like the idea that I just do my own thing. I don't get told what to do, where I'm going. There's another tire. I like that bit. The loneliness, I don't know. You get used to it, and sometimes you. It's not it's not so much you enjoy your own company, but after a while, once you've been on your own for such a length of time, you just get very used to it, and then you get Netflix. um, I don't know. You know, it's just pros and cons of being on your own. You know. Sometimes it'd be good to just sit down and have a conversation. People don't realize just being the ability to talk to somebody is like great. Like why I come into some of these channels on here on their lives, because you're talking. And yes, there's a lot of things you can't talk about, or you don't want to put your private life out there, because you will get some tosspots that will use it against you because they don't see the world as you do, you know. Wow. I think we just got air then. Lord Christ. Dukes of Hazzard in a semi truck. Anyway, I'm just saying, you know, sometimes I like to just get on there and have on these lives, like on Jamie's live last night. Um, you know, you're having a good laugh and stuff like that, but then a guy called Connie starts putting his stuff out, and you're trying to help the guy by saying, "Look, don't put that out there, don't do this," but he just, and then I just jump. I don't want to sit there listen to somebody go into a self-destruct, you know, because to me that's negative. I just don't deal with negative. I just would rather build things up and just be positive about life, you know, because there's billions and billions of people out there way worse off than me, and that's why I have no, not that I don't have any reason to be fed up with life. Like sometimes I do get fed up, but when I put it into perspective, it's like, nah, I've got it good, you know, and I just need to realize that, and that's what's going on in my mind at the moment. Financially, I'm in a fantastic spot. Mentally, I'm still trying to deal with stuff, and that bit is, I just need to get my arse in the gear with certain things, you know, and get back the way I used to be. Not that I'm not, you know, not that I'm not happy with the person I am now, but I could be better, you know. We could all be better, you know, I suppose, but me personally, I know I can do better. Sometimes it's simple things to me. It's like sometimes I've not hoovered around in this truck one morning or whatever. To me, it's because I couldn't be bothered. Well, if you couldn't be bothered, that's a problem, you know. Or I think I'll do that tomorrow, or I'll do that another day, or I'll do this, and I didn't used to be like that. So I know that bit is wrong for me, and I need to just get that back, where I would always be on top of what I'm doing. because it's just that little bit that I need to sort out. Like I said, financially, great, never been like it, because I got nothing to pay for. Well, I've got stuff, but like I say, if you knew what it was, you'd know. But if you don't, you don't, because that ain't stuff I don't discuss with things. But I do know I need. I'm watching. See, I'm watching too well. I'm watching the way the house prices are going here, and I'm starting to see big reductions. But then it's just like I don't know if I need to switch off that idea about like one of those big 40-foot RV things. Literally like a truck one, not one you tow behind you. I mean a proper physical big things. And the ones I've been looking at, they're about 150 grand, but they look crazy inside. They've got everything you need or want. But then it's like, I don't know, it's the running costs, I suppose. Because it'd be like running one of these again, because it's the same thing. It's got its own engine, it's got everything. Or do you just do a normal thing and buy a ranch house, which is what I wanted, which would be a bungalow in England, and then just stay in the same place. Just, but you could go on, yeah, I mean, you could still go on a holiday or whatever. Just jump in the car and go, because Florida from Georgia is only, what, 4 hours away. So you could be in Florida on a beach or whatever, or Jacko Island within 4 hours of me parking the truck up in Atlanta. Or I could even take, I didn't even think about that. I could even take a flipping, we have a pickup point in Savannah. I could actually even go to Savannah, drop that off, and then I could drive this, just the tractor unit, as they call them here. I could drive just the lorry to Jacko Island, which is about 45 minutes away. And I know they can take trucks over there because I've seen trucks on there delivering stuff to these hotels and everything. That would be good, actually, because I could just bloody park the truck up. I might do that. Yes, I might do that, actually. Because they got like they got normal big hotels, like, but they also got like I don't know what you call it, like I suppose a motel thing, like 2 floor high, so you can park outside and just open your back door and there's the beach. You just walk straight onto the beach. That might be an idea. A weekend in there, something like that, because it stays warm there until like about October. I'll be sat there. I'll be sat there in a deck chair with my bloody trousers rolled up and like one of those handkerchiefs on your head with the four corners. No, I don't do that. I like to get in the sun. I don't get into the budgie smugglers, but I like getting, just like, stick some shorts on, t-shirt with no arms or whatever, and just walk around and just go like along the beach. It's amazing what comes up because oh, what's the biggest thing I bloody found there? One of well, it's not a turtle. They got a turtle camp there, so you can go and see all the sea turtles that have been injured or whatever. And they do like a thing at night where you'll see them coming up out of the water. I mean, some of these turtles are absolutely gigantic. And you can see them pulling themselves out, and they lay all their eggs in these like embankments things, and then they go back out to sea again. But I like doing stuff like that. But also, you can go along for just going through the water, just finding stuff. I remember finding one of those. What's those crabs that look? They got like almost like a big armor. Oh, they look like almost like a crash helmet. I mean, they're massive. And I remember coming across one of them because you get like all the crab things coming out of the sea. You get all different stuff. And when that tide goes out, you can just start looking all the shells. I don't know, it's just nice. I just like doing stuff like that, like beach combing. It's good on your feet because you're walking on just sand. Even though your feet look like Bilbo Baggins's feet at the end. I'm trying to avoid the bloody bumps here because they're really making a mess of this road. Sorry. Stay a little bit on the left. No, we ain't too far from Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm trying to think which is the worst lane there. I think it could be this lane. I might have to get over in a minute because some of these lanes have got like craters, like big ass craters, because they just like got to repair them. We've done a bad repair and it's like sinking again. I think it's this lane. Let me hurry up and get in front of this truck before I start hitting the worst ones. I can't believe how sunny it is though. And if you, like I said, if you'd been here like 5 hours ago when I started off in just outside of Memphis, and that flipping thunderstorm and black pouring down rain, and now it's like this, which is great. Oh, that's a point. Oh no, I'm gonna park at Kentucky Speedway. I'm just hoping there's no races on because I've been past there before, and it's like when there's races on at the Kentucky Speedway, that place gets jam packed with traffic. And that's got to be coming up soon because we're in flipping May. I don't think it's I think it's NASCAR that they do on that track, or is it Indy? It's like, well, it's got to be one or the other. It's either NASCAR or Indy. I think it's probably NASCAR because I'm starting to see a lot more NASCAR rigs on the road now. So obviously that season must be in full swing. Once you start seeing them, or you'll see monster truck vans hauling stuff to the next venue or whatever. What would that be like though, working for a NASCAR, just a NASCAR team? I bet that'd be a good crack actually. Could just go around the racetracks and stuff like that, you know. I know you obviously got to be there before, and you're the last ones to leave because you've got to take everything and anything. But I don't know. That might be something to. I might need to check on that actually. I'm curious just to know what those rates are and stuff. It wouldn't be your truck, I don't imagine. It would be all company stuff, but. And that's the bit I don't want to do. I don't want to go back to company driver. I've been doing this too long. So being told what to do would be like really difficult. Like it's because all the years of working for myself in England, you know, it's just it's not the same. Once you've been self-employed, it's difficult. It's really difficult when suddenly there's like an audience there to tell you how to do stuff and whatever, you know. God, this road is, I don't know which lane's worse, this lane or that middle lane. It's just bumpy. I can feel every joint on these things. So this road must be sinking. Because when they put these concrete sections in, I can feel, like I say, every joint. And you can see they've patched them up over the years. They just can't seem to keep up with the infrastructure problems here. God. got the airport up here on the left. Half of it's bloody FedEx. Some of these FedEx hubs are massive. Because FedEx is a huge company here. FedEx and UPS. Not only the truck side, but plane side. And everything else that goes with it, you know. Oh, road's got a bit. How many school buses? My God. Wow, there's a huge building there, Felice. I'm trying to think who that was. That was somebody well known. It's not Amazon. Even though I know Amazon is like put a hold on building buildings at the moment. And there's one in Ohio that I go past that is brand new and finished, and they just left it dormant because Amazon is cutting back like 2 million square feet or 3 million square feet. They're doing something to reduce because obviously sales are down or whatever, you know. That's why it's funny when I keep hearing this Temu or Timu. I'm assuming that's like Amazon. It makes you wonder how if they're taking off now, you know. How bumpy. This has definitely got worse. I don't remember it being like this. And it's not my shocks because these are new shocks. So I know my suspension is fine, but this road is getting rough. Okay, let me try this one a minute. This is bad. Oh, I don't think it matters which side I'm on. This road is just rough. I can just hurry up and get on. No, if I can just hurry up and get on the bloody circular, I'll be a lot happier. Ooh, he's got some nasty stuff. That's another way that they do it, moving chemicals like what I haul. They'll put it in 250-gallon totes like those things. But you still need a tanker's license for that guy to haul that liquid. But that would be a lot more comfortable to drive with because that's a little square, whereas I've got no baffles, so they got like walls, so that thing's not sloshing around as such. But because I got no baffles in this trailer, I feel everything, especially the bumps. So you're trying to just watch where you're going and do your best, I think, you know. Come on out there, Mr. Carr. Louisville, 12 miles. Thank goodness. Gene Snyder Freeway. No, go past that one. I think their company GPS tells you to go around that way, but you don't want to go around that way. You want to carry on down about another 5 miles. Get on there, that takes you, that puts me on that back road, then I'm on the home straight. I'm heading to stop. God. Oh, and another one. I gotcha. I knew that was going to be a big bang because it was like a real big crack in the road where the concrete is dropped. So just, and again, God, nearly again. So yeah, sorry that I dropped everybody then. Didn't mean to. I just couldn't get my hand that quick enough to stop it from flying. Because the thing is, when you hit a bump with this, obviously the truck lifts, the trailer goes down, then it lifts up, and then the chemical inside, because the trailer's going back down again, then the chemical drops, and it's like one of those things where you're trying to catch. What's that? The egg and spoon race. You're trying to just watch what you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to lose everybody. Cracky, that Walmart truck ain't going slow. He's hurtling down. Could you imagine coming off that bike at 100 mile an hour with a t-shirt on? And with the clothes that he's wearing, it's just, that's just daft. Because I remember when I got hit, even though I had the right gear on, that still hurt. That still ripped up my bloody motorcycle gear and the crash helmet and everything. But that, God, I don't know if you lot are picking this, how bumpy this bloody road is. What the heck has happened to this bloody thing? I feel like I've been bloody 5 rounds with Tyson. Waterson Expressway. That's where we want to go. You go on here on a weekday, and this is like a free-for-all fight up here. It's crazy. So we just need to get over here a minute. The thing about it is everybody knows this junction's up here, but they'll still stay in the left-hand lane because they don't want to wait. That's what gets people agitated. Just take your turn, you know. Pro Golf. Okay, there's a golf match here. Oh, it's not FedEx, it's UPS on the left. UPS, they got a huge hub here. They got a lot of big ass planes there. They really have. Wow. Oh wow, traffic is still backing up. That surprises me. I thought on a weekend it would be quieter, because most people are sat at home or they're out doing whatever, you know. So what you should do is like wait your turn, park up on this line, but you'll see people on the left trying to get right up to the end, and then suddenly try to jump in or push in. That's when people start getting agitated, you know. Even truck drivers would do it, which is not right. We know we've got to wait. Did your mother not teach you any manners? You know? Never knew that. There's a Kentucky Air National Guard thing there as well. I wonder why there was bloody warplanes there. So now you got to sit in this lane. Somebody let the big truck in, or do I have to let the big truck in? U-Haul. See, there's cars just pulling up there. Why don't they just do like everybody else does and just line up, you know? Saves aggravation. But this was definitely a lot quicker than normal. Sometimes this can take ages, and I'm talking like yonks. You can sit there for like half an hour, 45 minutes, just not getting anywhere. But at least it's free moving. All right, let's get on 264. Now we just go round Louisville, and then we get on that other road, and then we should be laughing. Shouldn't be that far. God, this is no. Right, let's go. Well, I've got 2 hours 58, so yeah, I'm gonna stop at that. Where am I gonna? It says I got enough time to get there, but I don't want to get to that other place because I want to watch this flipping boxing. Bugger in hell. 10:30, 10:30 British time. And what's the time now? It is 3:40 here at the moment. So 8:40 in England. No, we're going for Plan B. We're going to stop at that. Definitely going to stop at that Kentucky Speedway. Don't have a choice. So I can stop, put the tea on, boom, jump in on the match, on the boxing thing. But I hope everybody's talking well to each other. Let's just be civil and happy and positive and good and not be an arse. You know, don't want that. Definitely don't want. There is a weird side, like a bloody tree. I don't know. Lately, every time I come through this area, you smell this weird smell in the air. Um, like it's like pine. And those ain't pine trees, so it's not those bloody trees, but it's something that smells like that. It's very pungent, as they would say. Look at these houses there on the right, though. Those are like living houses, and they're just right on the motorway. That's kind of weird to me. Hearing this going past you all night, like just trundling past you. And this is a main throughway, you know? I hope there's bloody parking spots here, because the problem is this truck stop is starting to get a bit more well known now. People are starting to find it. I think because of like Trucker's Path. Where Trucker's Path starts, people are starting to put more information on about it. I'll laugh if Robert's there again. South Georgia hotshot. That would be funny. Louisville Cardinals. Okay. Would that be a football team here, or would that be a baseball team? I don't know. Probably Cardinals. That's probably that bloody good stadium in Cincinnati. Nope. How can it be in Cincinnati, you dork? Louisville's Kentucky. Okay, I'll shut up. Yes. Just realised. I was just having a donut attack then. Oh dear, what are we slowing down for? Okay, let's perhaps jump over. Something's backing up on that right side. Mustang. I do like those older shaped Mustang. You can pick those things up real cheap now. Wow. He's got like 10 cones there, flashing lights. He's changing the tire. He's got a safety hat on. I don't know. Looks rather serious, actually. I need to. I think tomorrow I'm going to move that. This phone is on like a magnetized arm that is attached to the window. But what you can see on the right hand side is obviously the base of that thing. I need to adjust that so it's out of the way. Because it bugs me. I know it bugs me. And again, I think to myself, it bugs me, and yet I didn't done nothing about it. That's what I'm saying. So I need to get my arse into gear, actually. Then I would be a lot happier, I think. Not that I'm not happy as such, you know. I've been in some worse situations and not feeling happy about a lot of stuff, but now I'm not in that situation. Safe flight. That's what I've got. When I go to England and this truck could be down for a couple of weeks, I want to leave it at my mechanics because I want these windscreens replaced and the surrounding around them. Because sometimes in torrential rain, which I'm surprised it didn't now, sometimes in torrential rain, because these windows have been replaced so many times over the years, because of when you go through construction zones, a car will flip up a stone and take out your windscreen. This one's I've probably had, God, I've probably had about 10 windshields since I've had this, probably replaced. So when they keep yanking out that thing, and then the weather, the sun, the ice, the snow, the rain gets to that rubber surround, it just perishes it, you know. So when you're driving along sometimes, or you go for a car wash, truck wash, and they got those huge jet wash guns, and the little kids are just holding it there, they don't know what, and they'll spray it, and suddenly you'll see like a rain, or you'll see water coming down your windscreen. You think, uh-oh. And that has got to that stage, I think. That's why I'm quite surprised. Like when it was, I mean, if you heard the rain last night, that was crazy. And yet, not a leak or anything. So I don't know what's going on there. Somebody's looking after me. So big up that person. But, and then when I was driving along this morning in the rain, I was thinking, oh, it's going to start dripping or whatever. Wrong. Wrong. Right, exit 23A we want. Cincinnati, it will say. It's not this one. It's the next one. I don't think you can see this road. This road is rather patched up. Sunk and patched up. See, I could handle this all the time. Nice smooth tarmac like this, but it don't happen. Look where they've like blown all those rocks, so you can see where they drilled down and put the dynamite in to obviously remove it to put a road through it. Right, Cincinnati. can see all this rock as well, where it's been blown over the years. You'll see the drill marks going down, and then because you've got to put a road through. Why am I moving slower? It's because this is heavy, where it's like 79,000 pounds. And because those cars are slowing down, I've come round that bend with my brakes slightly on. And now that liquid's going backwards and forwards at the moment. So once that settles down, job's a good one. But until then, I've got to try to gain speed. And then this way, there's like 3 or 4 big ass hills. So you're trying to keep momentum going. Like when you're going down there, you don't want people to be slowing down in front of you because you're trying to get up the other side, you know? See, Cincinnati, 93 miles, but we ain't going to go there. We are going to stop at Kentucky Speedway, which I think now is about 60 miles, about an hour away. As long as nothing gets in my way. Which it shouldn't, because it's been pretty smooth coming through anyway, so. Well, it looks okay so far. We just need to stay at this speed and like nobody get in my way. Please. What's it now? It's come up for 4 o'clock, so that's 9 o'clock in England. Golly. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Oh, 10:30, 10:30. No, it's okay. Yeah. So I need to shut down in an hour. So if a live is still running in an hour, I need to shut down. I'm not being rude, but I need to jump out and go into taking our money back. Taking our money back? Yeah. Which I'll put, I'll share that link actually, because if anybody's in here that wants to watch that fight and doesn't want to pay for that fight, I'm not saying be a Timothy tight ass, but if I put the link on my community page or share it out, then yes, you'd be able to hit that. And what Mr. Torbs is saying, that you can come into his back chat and then you can watch the TV from there. And we can watch England going for, I think the guy's Russian, I think. He's certainly not a local chap. Not with that name. Wow, that was a thud. God. Oh, big up Roadworks, 7 miles ahead. Nice. They've been working on this for like just donkey's years. This has been going on like a couple of years or more. More bits of tires. Oh no, I can't. Hold on. I was going to go in the right-hand lane, but they're all slowing down. Oh, his tire went. Okay. Mr. Caravan's tire went. His RV. Yeah, I'm sure this will be nice through once they've done it, but wow, there's, I don't think you saw that actually. Over on the right-hand side, there is thousands of bloody brand new Ford pickup trucks. Holy heck. I saw something about that. I never realized it was there. Good Lord. It's all these trucks they've made and they're just not selling them. God. Bloody hell. This road is crazy. That's one of those Ford Broncos in front that they reintroduced. I think the original Ford, like the Ford Bronco, like the one that O.J. Simpson was in. That was the original old like Ford Broncos. I think this is the new 2024 version of that car. It looks okay. Looks heavy. Jeep. Yeah, stay back 200 feet, because if they put their window through, that annoys me. It says stay back 200 feet, right? Now, that dump truck can pull ahead in front of me. Now, if a stone falls off, like you can see that there are stones on the back, if that falls off and takes your window out, that's on your fault. But if that driver got off their lazy ass and just brushed that bit off there, nobody'd have to worry about taking their windscreen up. Simple. That guy's just a lazy ass. And they just use that, you know? Come on, come on, come on. See, it's like this hill. Like this hill, you got to try and accelerate down it, and yet the other side you can see them slowing down because the road works. That's when it gets annoying, because it takes me time to gain speed and momentum, you know? I remember coming through here. Oh, when was it? Would it have been last winter or the? You're trying to make sure that you don't. Oh, let me lift this up because this has moved. You're trying to make sure that you don't hit any ice and whatever. Yet you can't see it because you're just driving on fresh snow that's not even been treated. So I won't be doing that again because that was a. a fist clench. See, look at that car. Look, there's people that are working on the side of the road there, and yet that car, no, I don't care. That's why people get hit, because of car drivers like that don't pay attention to what the rules are of the road. You know, I've had it where I will pull over into the left lane because there's a vehicle, on the side of the road, the hazard's on, and yet, boom, a vehicle drive up on the inside because they think, I don't care, I want to get where I want to get. Oh, I'm trying to think, what exit do I need? I think it's 58, so I got about 40 minutes. Some of this road ain't too bad, but some of it gets a bit airy-fairy when you're not hanging around. I'm sure it's exit 58. I'll know it when I see it. I can't remember whether it'll stay live or not, because I can't remember this part of the road if I lose reception. So if I do, I will apologize beforehand. See all that rock there? That would have been right over here, so all blown away over the years to put the road through it. It's like when you go through when you're in Texas going out to like New Mexico. I mean, there's brilliant mountains and stuff like that way, but you'll see all the way that's been blasted through, and plus now they're taking out like the tops of the mountains, they're leveling them and putting those great big windmills on top there. It's just weird to see a mountain just suddenly flat, just ground down, you know. Yeah, so if anybody would, like I said, wants to see that fight tonight British time, this afternoon my time, I will put the link out to where I'm watching it, which is Mr. Torbs' other channel. He said he was going to put it on that channel, so I will put that out. And then what happens, you'll just go like you're going to go on panel, but you won't be on panel. You'll go on there, you'll go into it, and then he'll put you into it so you can see this fight like thing. And I'm sure there's going to be a handful. There's probably a few channels doing that, but I know that he's definitely doing it. So big up Mr. Torbs for doing that. God. I'm sorry if the old camera flies everywhere because I'm running over some rough bits. I may need to change the phone actually and get like a proper camera that I can connect to the internet or to YouTube to take out the movement. I'll have to get my brother onto it. Steve, sort this out for me. What do I need? Yeah, Newcastle's 14 miles away. Somehow I managed to go across the pond 5,000 miles and now I'm back in the UK. Big up Newcastle Brown. What is that? Oh, a Tahoe. You've changed. So if it is 58, 58, so that'd be like 35 miles. So it's about 30 minutes knowing this road. Four miles. Okay, 4 miles to the roadworks. See how drastic this is. Again, because it's a weekend, it shouldn't be hassle. It should be just straight through. Oh, bloody hell as well. Yeah, I got my iPad. Boom, I can watch. I just realised I'll be able to watch boxing on like a much bigger screen. Yeehaw. Simple things like impress me. Just oh, that'll be great. Can't believe my luck. See, Newcastle. 2 miles to Newcastle. So if there's anybody in here from Newcastle, just wave as I go past. It's funny because some people say that this is like driving simulator. I mean, I've never played on a game like that, so I don't know what it's like. But I've seen Matrix used to put them on his channel, but I don't know. It doesn't. I don't think they look the same. I really don't. Maybe it's just me. I think if I could get like, it's like I did a video. If you go back to a video I did, oh, it says like going through Virginia, and all it was music playing for like 9 minutes, but it's driving along, and now that road was perfect. And when you watch it on a bigger screen, then I get the idea when people say, God, they like sitting there and watching it on a TV because it's just different, you know, because you sat there in a chair and whatever. I get what you're saying then. So yeah, perhaps I just need to get a much better camera. This is an iPhone 13. 13 or 14, one of the two. I don't know. It's an iPhone. But I think, yeah, if I get a camera one, because like that one was just smooth as you go around, and it's going through the mountains in Virginia where it'd been snowing and stuff. Which is, I mean, it looks a lot prettier than I don't want to be outside in it because you freeze your barnacles off, you know, like bugger me. But It's, oh, I don't know, it's just great, you know. I like seeing stuff like that, and I wouldn't mind just I'm looking at drones just so people can see different things, because when you use, but this is playing up, so I think if it does it again, I'll drop out. I will put the link out in my community page. I think that's where it comes up in your community page or something, of when you share a link to another channel. Does it come up in the community page? I don't know. You'll have to just see it. If you're subscribed to me, you'll see it. And if that, you know, if that helps you out, boom, jump in there. And I'll probably do a live tomorrow. I don't think I'll do a live after the fight, because England will be asleep in bed. It'll just be me here. I don't know. I might put up. Sometimes I'd put a link up late at night, because some people can't get to sleep for whatever reason and things like that, and it just gives them a place to go to talk to others, you know, while I'm sorting out paperwork and things like that. I just try to just help, you know. And if it gives people a place, well, then it works, you know. Then I'm happy. I've done something constructive, you know. Oh, oh, big up bloody bumps in the bridge. See, look at the car side. Look, they got a nice smooth. That's annoying, because that looks as smooth as heck, and I can't get in. I can't be in that lane unless I'm overtaken, you know. Oh, that's crazy. That's going on. God, I'm tempted to just get in that lane. That looks smooth as heck. Bedford. Yeah, big up Bedford. It's funny just seeing these names from like England. It always tickles me, you know. Aye, Newcastle. No, I can't do that one. I like accents. I do love listening to different accents. And I think that's right. That's my attraction, I think, as well, listening to and being involved in these British channels, because you just hear all the voices I was used to over the years, going back time, you know. Some Some are a bit difficult, but I'm getting used to them. Like northern accents, like Geordie, or Scout. I don't know if, can you say, I don't know if Scouser is derogatory or not, and I'm always a bit apprehensive about saying stuff that I'm not quite sure on. But the way that Liverpudlians talk, um, oh, Welsh, Scottish, but like Scotland, you have some of it is like really, really strong, but some people you can understand them clearly. Maybe it's north south Scotland. I don't know. I don't know if there is a different. Well, there definitely is, because one person I've heard talk, and it's like, what on earth did he just say? I get lost. And Welsh. Probably the most Welsh person I've heard on here is like Tyrone. He has got that or the way that I think that normal Welsh accent. Then you get the London crew. Big up the Londoners. It's like Gamer. When Gamer gets going, he loses me at times. But it's just fun listening to that sort of your own voices like that. But like I always say, I always joke that if you'll see my comments sometimes, I'll put a big up the London and stuff. It's only because that's where I come from. It's not meant to be snobby or any of that crap. It's just that you get people like JPM, JJ, Hammers, Maria C, London Girl, stuff like that. I mean, and I always say that if they come into a live that I'm in, it's just being a bit jokey, you know. But I'll talk to anybody that wants to talk, you know. If you don't want to talk, don't talk as such. Why is this? My GPS is playing up on this silly computer today. It's going to get a proper reboot when I stop. Probably my right foot, because it just annoys me that it's doing silly stuff. There's a thing on there that tells me my device is locked while I'm driving. Well, I'm trying to touch the GPS, so the GPS, which should be shown, and it won't allow you to touch the GPS. It just puts you straight back to this stupid thing. But yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're out of the room. So, just got to calm down. Let it, just chill. Uh-oh. Patchwork, gonna feel it. Just hold the phone before it goes for a burn. But if I do lose you, thanks to everybody that's been in here, and hopefully you've all been talking to each other nicely and acting gentlemanly-like and ladylike. Even though the blokes can't be nasty towards the women, because they'll boot you. So don't be improper to the ladies, because they got the big bats. What did I say? This is 37. 50. I got 20 minutes. I swear it's exit 58. Oh, now I'm yawning. Here we go. Steep downgrade. Let's go. If your brakes fail, you got to throw the anchor out. You got to do like go around to the left, then go around to the right. This is where there was unfortunately a bad coach crash. People died here. There's a sign down here. Says about it. Can't remember if it tells you what year it was, but there's definitely a sign there. Obviously, a coach came down here and lost its brakes. Which it's not a nice thing when your brakes start to fail. I've had that once before where your brakes start smoking so bad that next thing you know they're going to catch a light because you're so heavy and you're coming down such a steep incline. Yeah, and I got out and all I could, I mean, the smoke was bellowing off. And the problem is you're trying to, what they call stab brake, where you're trying to sort of put your foot on the brakes, take it off. Put your foot on the brakes, take it off. Because if you leave your foot permanently on the brakes, it's going to warm up crazy. Like I'm not touching the brakes at the moment. I'm just letting the engine brake deal with it. I think this is a sign. If you look at this sign on the right-hand side, if it serves me rightly, it says site of fatal bus crash. Oh, May 14th, 1988. They obviously, unfortunately, I'm assuming went over the side. And that's a bit of a drop down there. Once you get down to the center, there's another road next to us, but if it had cleared that one, then you go down. Yeah, get a bit hairy fairy, that would be. It's like when I come back through. See, I've always been good with heights, always. And when I used to work as a youngster, as an apprentice, I was going up 300-foot chimneys, stuff like this. But I tend to find now, if I get too close, say to the edge in like Virginia, and you look over the side, it's like, oh, it's like a few 100 feet drop, and you're thinking, no, not going to look. So there's a couple of us that go past. I don't know if it's just maybe as you get older, suddenly you change. But it's weird to me because, like I said, I love heights. I've never had a problem with heights, but in the last couple of years, it's been an issue at times. You know, it's going to be funny. Like I say, going back on a plane back to the UK this year. Not been on a plane for all those years, and obviously those transatlantic planes fly at about like 30,000 feet. I wonder what that would be like. Yeah, because it's not as if I could say, "Can I just get off, please?" Because I'll be hurting along about 600 miles an hour in a bloody airliner, 500 miles an hour, whatever. It's going to feel funny because it's like 7 hours on the plane from Atlanta to Heathrow. And I'll be flying back to Heathrow. Ugh. So that would be, I don't know, that would be different. I don't know what the prices are. I should look actually, because I always fly with Delta. I wish that, God, if I'd stayed with Delta, it'd be like first class and stuff. I have to see how much first class is because it's so different. It's like, get on there, it's all like, you got a proper bed, you got a massive TV screen, you got everything. They come around with like a bottle of champagne. Yeah, leave it there. I don't know. I suppose it doesn't matter. I'm only going to be on a bloody plane for 7 hours and I'll be getting off. Then it's work out. Well, it's work out what do I get? Do I get a car or do I get a bloody train? Because my mum's down in Dorchester. That's down in the south. I do want to meet up with. Oh, crikey! I do want to meet up with somebody, so that might make more sense to use. I don't know. It's probably going to make more sense to use a train actually. I like the idea of getting on a train because once you get on a train, you got no traffic. You just get on there and the train does it. You know, you don't have to do nothing. You just sat there watching the fields hurtle past, you know, and stuff like that. And I'll be able to get to see things I've not seen because I'll be going in a different area that I've not been to before. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So got to make sure I take 101,000 pictures. You know? Okay, I lost the phone again. Let me actually let me finish this live. Let me pull over. I finished the live. I put the link out for Mr. Torbs' other channel. This taking our money back or whatever. And that'll allow us to that'll allow anybody that wants to come and watch that. And then if I see anybody in there that knows me, like I say, if anybody wants me to go live after, the differences between my lives are I don't use StreamYard because there's some really weird, unfortunately, there's weird people that want to get involved and do weird stuff, and I don't care. Stupidity when I try and take down people's channels. That is just people just trying to have fun with what they do and stuff like that. There's no malice, but no, you'll get these weirdos that get out here don't want to do that, whereas they can't do that to my channel because I don't use StreamYard. I just use YouTube, which I can add a guest, but I need their email address. And if you add, then you can use it two ways. You can either have like Robert Tyke Trucking. Sometimes I'll send him the link and he'll go on there, but we don't go live. We're just chatting and you can see each other and we're just having a bit of a giggle about what's going on in the world and stuff like that. Or, like I say, you can put an email out and that person is more than happy to come on. Then you press the live button. Then it's just the two of you. And then you'll also get people talking. Like, I think I did a live. Yeah, I did. I had to hide it, though. I had to hide the live that Robert was on about a week or so ago, I think. Because, yeah, when Robert gets a bit carried away, he gets a bit excited. And I don't need people watching that, or listening to that, Robert knows what I mean. But no, I can always do that. If anybody ever wants to do that, I can send you out a link as long as you give me your email address that you run from. And then I can bring it on screen. I can see who I'm dealing with before we go live. So it's a completely full safe thing, but it can only be you and one other person, So let me jump out. And I absolutely appreciate anybody that's come in and out of here. And hopefully everybody's been, let's say, good with each other and things like that. I'll stop this live. I'll put the link out. And then hopefully anybody wants to meet over there, let's go over there and have a chinwag and watch the fight. And then, I don't know, like I say, I'll see what I do after, if it's going to make anybody, if it's going to help anybody. If anybody can't sleep for whatever reason, I do see that. I'll put my live up. I'll leave it up for a while. If nobody jumps in, then I'll just sit here this evening because I am 5 hours behind England. So this is why I've got blue skies, sunlight. But anyway, thank you all for coming on here. And I'll catch you all later. Laters.